It's a bit sketchy, but if you look where somebody bounced to somebody, when the person got there and made and said a word, right, that provoked the other person, and the person stood up and gave that person one hot, you see everybody shouted, "Hey!" Right? So at least we all have at least that one person who really gets under our skin. Sometimes they throw passive aggressive digs your way. Other times they attack you directly. Different methods, same result. You can't stand them, but how do you react? Now, this incident reminds us of something that happened last year with Senator Remi Tinubu, that she called a woman a thug at a constitution review hearing. Now, it is understandable that provocations can and will happen, but women in power are considered ambassadors and are expected to set certain example. Regardless of what happens behind the scene, altercations like this make women appear emotional and badly behaved. Now, there's a popular saying that women are the biggest enemies of women. And we are asking, how best can we handle provocations and public outbursts that have negative impact on the image of women and change that narrative, because that's not who we are. All right, so please let us share what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation, send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can also tweet to us at Ways Show Africa, one with the hashtag Ways Show. All right, so ladies, there was a slap.
And there was a slap.
So, okay, let me go through your minds. Like, what came to your mind when you saw that that video? Because it's been all over our faces. For a second, I've been thinking, what are we going to talk about? It's Open House Thursday. We have to talk about something that is really interesting. And I remember how Uti was busy vibrating. There's no office of the first lady. There's no this one. There's no do one. I can say, okay, we think we'll give this woman the effrontery. You understand? And because, again, from the reports that I gathered about the first lady of, she's now the ex-first lady. What's her name? Ojukwu, right? Obiano. The report I gathered is that she has been almost like a thorn in the flesh of a lot of people. So if you see the tweets and the reactions about that, like, people were happy that somebody finally, gave her a well-deserving farewell package, right? But let me hear your thoughts, right, on what went through your mind when you saw this altercation that happened between herself and Bianca Ojukwu.
Who's going first?
You go first.
I don't think I've said anything. Okay, what came through my mind? Okay, when I saw that video, I said, oh my God, it's unbelievable. Did this woman actually slap this woman? But I actually heard that sound, so I said it to myself, that is for real. That thing actually happened. Then I said, oh my gosh, these ladies are supposed to be they're supposed to set examples for the other ladies or the other women that are supposed to be around them. They're supposed to be role models. So why would they behave like this? I said, no, this thing would have been some sort of provocation. This woman must have been provoking Madam Bianca before now. So I think Bianca actually took her time to actually respond to her in the cause of it. I'm telling you all the things that was going through my mind when I was looking at it. And in the cause of it, I saw that Bianca was, unperturbed after the slap. She was totally relishing the moment, actually. So for me, I think it was something that had culminated to what actually happened today.
Okay, so maybe what do you call them? What's that word? Pent up aggression that has been gathering.
She had been.
Let's say the cup just full today. Finally, let me hear your thoughts, Madam ABC. Appearance, behavior, communication.
ABC.
Okay. I think my first reaction was I was embarrassed. I was totally embarrassed on behalf of like
My people.
when we want to say the two, both of them. Because first of all, this was a public event. And even the importance of the event, which was the inaugural ceremony of the
incoming governor.
Thank you very much. So this kind of incident happening as such, it was like, whoa, we didn't see that coming. First of all, when I saw Madam Obiano waltzing across,
I thought she was going to go and greet her.
I was scared that there was probably, and this is me being sincere, no disrespect to her as a person, but I was scared. The first thing that came to my mind was that, is she going to pull her clothes? Because it was really comical to me. I was like, is this woman having a mental breakdown and she's about to do something that they were... I had to watch it a second time to hear the slap. And then I was like,
and the
wow.
word.
And then all of the words.
Yeah.
I was totally embarrassed because not just the fact that these women are supposed to be role models, they may not even necessarily be role models, but this kind of thing, the outlook it has for women in general. I'm not even talking of them as role models now. I'm talking about just women, the stereotypes that women are always
emotional
and performing drama. If there's no drama without women and all of that. So this was like really
validating
that women cannot just be civil. Right? So I was totally embarrassed, and then when I read the story in depth and I saw what had happened, I said, oh wow. I can only imagine what happened, what made Bianca to go all out, to dish out, and
that
she was
a
calm
reaction
about it. And that was even, for me, it was very dangerous, because when you see a crocodile and it's very calm, and then suddenly,
the house is on you,
it snaps, and then it goes back in. That is
calculating.
danger
she's
waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what made her totally prepared for a moment like this and seize that moment when it came.
She did not waste it. Let me hear
overall, it was really embarrassing.
Let me hear, so what came to your mind? I am logical.
What came to my mind is, like you said, Nigeria just gives you something every day.
To talk about.
And I swear this is probably one of the reasons why they're happiest people on earth, because someone got to distract you from reality. And this was just it. It's sad. Noma has sort of touched on the key part for me. It's very, will I say auspiciously or inauspiciously timed. We're just celebrating International Women's Day. This is Women's History Month. We're breaking the bias. This woman just took sellotape and taped the bias back together. I was like, here you go. Y'all talking rubbish. What are you breaking bias? If women are going to come for women like this, if we're going to be slapping each other in public, if we're going to be calling each other names in public, let's just all agree that we've been set back. And this is women violence. How do we say it? Violence. This is just violence. So I don't think I really need to say much more than that, because
she didn't just take sellotape. She took welding machine.
Exactly.
And welded the bias.
So all of us that were sorry, you have been
like this. It's been unbroken. No. It was breaking.
It was breaking.
So they don't unbreak them.
She has taken it back. They have fixed it.
They have fixed it.
All the breaking you broke last week, it's done. She welded it back. She cemented it back. She hammered it back together. I'm sorry, ladies. Try again in 2023.
You're going to make me cry.
Try again in 2023. That's what this is.
Okay, so whoever is calling us on the... What's it called? The SMS and WhatsApp line. This is not the line to call. Just hold on. We'll put the line very soon.
So I know that we've made light of it.
Because again, we made light of it. But Uti, I want to come back to the conversation that we had. Remember when we were talking about the office of the First Lady? Because again, yes, it doesn't exist. But again, right? So this just brought some thoughts in my head that why are we not considering, so even if we do not have office of the First Lady, anybody that has to be the wife of the governor right? Should we start to think about giving a rule book, handbook as to where your jurisdictions lie? Because it seemed like this person, she doesn't just, I mean, because you could tell, because a lot of people started, in fact, if you read comments, you'll be tired. They started pitying the man, say, oh, no wonder, I couldn't do certain things, you know?
No.
Like, so it seemed like she was actually
out of control.
Yes, stifling a lot of progress in the state. This is comments by different quoters that I called different people, and they were just giving their own narrative, how this is her typical behavior. I don't want to believe that we can continue to ignore and say the office of the First Lady does not exist. Can we not just say, okay, you know what, since we have seen that these people wield some form of power and they wield some form of control, let us just define what you're supposed to be controlling and define the kind of power that it should be allotted to you. Should we not start to think that way?
So will it be that you want to define the power that is allotted? You can define all you want. We have plenty of things written in the Constitution. I don't see you enforcing them. So it's not about whether you write it down. It's about whether or not. Look, everybody that is a public figure, let's not even go as far as politicians and their wives and whatever. We that we're sitting here, we represent the Ways brand. We will be expected to behave in a certain way. So the reality of it is, I'm sorry, I don't think you need to define common decency to people.
If you have it, you have it.
You know, it's like common sense, but unfortunately, they say common sense is not so common. So the reality of it is, once you're a public figure, it doesn't matter whether it's politics, entertainment, whatever. Once you have a platform somewhere where you are recognizable and you're associated with something, there is a level of decorum that you should demonstrate. So you can write down all the rules that you want. I doubt that there's any rule you could have written down that would have stopped this from happening today. Precisely. I don't think so. So when you say, should there be a guidebook, should there be a rule book? No, there should be common sense. But even if there's no common sense, the power you wield, and I know I say this now, and I'm saying it because it probably will not apply to people like me, but the power you wield also is about what's the way I'll put it? You can only go as far as you're allowed to go. If somebody is taking charge, if you're being cautioned, if you're being put in your place, if you're not allowed to be a tyrant, tyranny will not occur. So maybe perhaps what you are trying to say in not so many words is, should she have been better controlled? I'll stop there.
Would that have helped? Even if she was better controlled.
No, so you know that it
would not have gotten to that. It would not have gotten to that stage.
But
women will now come out and say,
exactly. That's why I said that some people will come for me. But the truth of it is, look, whether it was your mother or your father, you knew there was a look they gave you, or there was a and you knew that was the place you stopped. So that's what I mean, you know. So if you're allowed, like you said, in the alleged behavior of control and tyranny and all of that, it was allowed to happen. If it was checked, it shouldn't happen. So for it to happen, it was allowed. Either I don't want to charge the governor, but either you looked the other way or you just went, but it was allowed.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree in some sense. I mean, because we are not, we are in an environment that does not encourage accountability and respect for humanity. For the individual. I'm not even talking about whether women, I mean, it's just to buttress what Uti was trying to say about decency and all that. Just respect for your fellow human being.
And respect for self.
So and respect for self, which is, in fact, if you don't respect yourself, how can you respect another human being? Whether the way they feel about how you're talking to them or your actions towards them, things like that. And because the society doesn't even encourage that, decadence is the order of the day. People behave anyhow. Nobody's going to be held responsible for their actions or their behaviors because it's not termed to be criminal. Do you understand? So because it's not criminal and there's no penalties or consequences for it, then people are behaving anyhow.
Okay.
If I look at the ex-governor's wife, even if you don't have a role, the fact that you represent in the sense, maybe it's not a title, but in a sense, you represent what women should be like. You can create an example for others to follow. You can, even if there's, I mean, there were past presidents'
ladies,
wives
yes.
and first ladies who created an office, who gave some kind of structure to what they were doing, just to be able to give an example of what things should be like. So when you come into a situation or an environment that doesn't have organization or structure or something, you can't create that structure. And that structure was missing today because of, I don't know, behavior that you felt you were not accountable for.
Let me quickly point out 3 things, then we'll go on a break because I want to open our phone lines. High-handedness, you know, there was so much show of high-handedness. Then it's like, also, I think you made a statement in passing. We don't understand conflict management in this country. We believe everything must end with fisticuffs and all of that. Then again, that phrase that says power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. You know, there was a play out of that, you know, at the event. But let's take a break. We'd like to open our phone lines to also hear what your thoughts are for this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, if you just tuned in, is our ladies' night out, and we're discussing handling provocation. We're reviewing the altercation between Bianca Ojukwu and Mrs. Obiano, right? Please let us hear what you have to say. I want to say there was this laugh. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can also tweet at us at WayShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WayShow. Our phone line is now open. Remember the rule. Please turn off the volume. The volume of your television set, turn it off completely so we don't hear an echo. Now the number to call is 07025007749, 07025007749. Please, whoever is calling the WhatsApp number, this is the number to call. Thank you. Okay, so we have a few comments here. It says, okay, maybe Uti, take your comments quickly, then EC, I think.
Okay. Also. So, mine is from Bobby Kennedy in Jalingo. Thank you for sending in your comment. I hope that adage of promise and fail won't be unto Chukuma Soludo. St. Patrick's Day is for celebration through humanity, sharing, giving, forgiving. You people at Ways are usually, as usual, are touching many lives inspirationally. Jehovah guide you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Issy. And
okay, mine is very simple and short, and it says, the future is female, and he gave us the OK sign and a beautiful smile, and it is from Ufoma.
That's below the belt. Ufoma. That was a direct style.
No problem. What doesn't want to say?
Let me take youngest old man for Ajegule. Ufoma, we see you. Don't worry, we're done. Thank you for calling. Ufoma, are you there? They say Ufoma. Youngest old man, are you there?
Good evening.
Hi, thank you for calling.
How are you? Long time no hear.
From us?
Yes, so thank you for calling. You traveled now, you're back.
No, I'm still in the north, so all these things that's happening, I'm not left. Almost all the things that's happening in the north.
Okay.
Especially in Niger State. In fact, I'm seeing it live and direct somewhere in this country. Some things are happening.
It is well. So what's your thoughts?
Yes, about today, you see, most of these ships in wolf clothing, wolf in sheep clothing, how they say in English there. We tend to know them when they've been provoked without nothing to lose. You know their real attitude. We are the same thing, they are just opportune, you know. So sometimes I think we need to start creating, let's say, like institutions for office holders, so that they can know how to handle some of the situations in public. These are models, for goodness sake. In those days, we say they are role models. But I don't see any model they are rolling again. Everybody has to now. Just about the temper is high. But God will help us. I think it's not the time, I swear. I want to hear you. Somebody's mother and somebody's mother versus somebody's auntie and somebody's auntie. It's very painful, though. You women should help yourself in deciding what to do to yourself. For me, I move.
I move.
You have
for
every
calling.
right to move.
So I think the person that's been trying to call is Ojukwu Enuka from Aqua Anambra State. So call the phone line. Oka, sorry. Anambra State. Call that number. You'll be able to get through to us.
Should I take my
comments? Yeah, take your comments. Yeah.
Okay, so we have one from Bissy. Says, good evening, ladies. It's quite unfortunate how most women behave towards their fellows. I've seen where women do not respect their fellow women because they feel they are more privileged than others. Sometimes women are talked down on and side comments made by their fellow women because they are widows, do not have children yet, or are not yet married. We still have a long way to go. Respect, character, and self-dignity are very important for women to attain great heights in careers, politics, etc. Morals do not matter to many, as we all talk about money.
So I think Chuka has finally gotten through to us. Thank you for calling. Let's hear what you have to say. Oh.
Hello.
Hi, Chuka. Can you turn off the volume of your television set?
Okay.
Go ahead.
What I want to say is that the slap incident that happened today is a rather unfortunate one. The occasion for today does not actually call for it at all. Whatever thing that may have been the case, the wife of the former governor should have learned to respect the day and comport herself as expected. If you watch that video clip, you see that she left her seat and took time to walk up to where Bianca was. That is an act that is not encouraged at all. Whatever thing that Bianca may have done, we know. And again, I wonder if there is an atom of respect for her husband. How will she feel as a wife and as a mother, doing that when her husband is actually a governor that was handing over today?
She completely took.
I want to also say that from what we have been happening in this state, the woman has a record of fighting and slapping people. So that is not very encouraging at all.
Thank you, Chuka.
So should be discouraged.
Thank you. I think, again, it's also possible that she might have just been dealing with what's the word now, of I'm going to be leaving this seat of power, or what's next for me. Do you understand? What's that word?
So that...
it's possible that anxiety or whatever it is that...
Is she going to slap somebody?
No. That's what made her to be all over the place. No, I'm not talking about... She was not the one that...
No, but
she was the one that provoked somebody.
Oh, don't forget... Like he said, they said that she had also had...
The history of slapping people.
Doing on, of irresponsible behavior. Let me put it that way. So we don't know if she even... I don't want to say
how stable is she? No, but we are talking about. We have to talk about it because
this is not a behavior that is I don't even know what word to use right now. It's not just acceptable. It's an unusual behavior.
You are trying to be kind.
I'm seriously trying.
Is the word I'm trying to find.
Let me say it the way it looks. Now, if you watch the video, she sauntered. You know how when someone is looking for a fight,
it was
a visual demonstration of a cantankerous nature, simple and short. Because it's like when you're like, I'm gonna bounce over here, I'm gonna show you who I am, I'm gonna call you what I want to call you, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
And
unfortunately, she misjudged the calm nature of the person who slapped her, who kept true to form. She slapped and she returned to reset. She didn't miss a beat. Somebody was hugging the life out of her, but she was back to normal. So, we can see that when you are, provoked.
Yeah.
I was going to say provocated. But you can see that when you're provoked. And this, for me, is the lesson that no matter how calm you think you are, no matter how collected you think you are, just know that there is a button someone can push that will cause you to react.
Absolutely. Let me take Chinyere from Ebonyi State, I think. Oh, sugar. Okay, I think we lost
should I take my comment?
Yeah, take your comment.
Okay, my comment is from Bobby Kennedy, Jalingo, Taraba State. And he says, women are God's gift to humanity and nobody can doubt it. Most times, emotions take women into the dirty part of womanhood. Somebody like me, I look up to the woman, females, to take over our nation. That act was comical, but ain't funny at all. Power ain't permanent.
So let me take Chinere, she's back, then I'll come to you, Norma, for your comments. Chinere, thank you for joining us. Let's hear what you have to say. And there was a slap.
Good evening, all.
Hi, Chinere.
I'm calling from a box state.
Yes, go ahead, you're live.
My name is Chinere. Maybe Bianca, that has been accumulated anger. Maybe
Accumulated anger.
She has been celebrating one or the other. But the truth is that Bianca, as the wife of, Ojukwu, suppose maybe in another good day where people will not see them. Meanwhile, the former excellency suppose not to offer any, because something agitated that snap. Something agitated that snap. A mad woman who stand up from her seat and snap and help a governor's wife. Supposed to compose herself and give an example for other women to follow up. And not putting all this side stuff like a staff, like this in the market. Uneducated woman, African what? Something made her to stand up for that. Something made her, she offered a word so annoying. And these people will be saying, if I about I would have put them there. We are all human beings. So I'm trying to say that this is accumulated anger. Accumulated words that have been putting under a pillow for a day like this. Thank you.
They now give her, I think Norma's comment is right for you to take your comment down.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know who gave this comment because there's no
There's
name
no
left.
name actually.
But they said, good evening, ladies. I understand the slap Bianca gave Mrs. Obiano was given to her on behalf of the Anambra people as a send-off gift to her. So I can only imagine, because some of the comments online have been funny actually, but there seems to be a truth, behind all of these comments. So could it be that this woman has been some form of a nuisance to the people that they were just tired?
Let me take Richard from Lagos together today.
Did what every other person would have wanted to do.
Richard, are you there? You're live.
Good evening, ladies.
Hi, Richard. Thank you for calling.
Good evening.
Yeah, if you follow Bianca very well on social media, for a while now, for some years, Bianca stayed away from Abga because of the way the governor and his cohorts are running the party. She was so happy when Soludo won, and she was just waiting for this day for this bunch of people to leave. And if you remember very well, in 2020, this same first lady was the one that went to America to take the vaccination, and the video went viral where she even booked at the opportunity for her husband to come and do his own there too. The first lady, if you hear about her very well in Anambra State, that lady is a bully. I think she had a little short time of amnesia, that she forgot that her husband was no more governor, or the governor was exiting office, and she thought she was still first lady, and she could still continue that. That thing you saw her do, that's exactly how she behaves.
Wow.
And she walked over to my lovely Bianca. And Bianca was like, oh, I need to give this lady a farewell gift from the whole people of Anambra. And she did us a good favor by giving her a farewell slap. I love what she did.
But this is not even funny. Thank you, Richard. The thing is, I think the word I'm looking for is, she might be suffering from withdrawal syndrome.
Oh, okay.
Wait, now, because for somebody, wait, now let's give her excuses.
You don't give her normally. Don't start now. No. Bad behavior is bad behavior. Unfortunately, it was packaged and repackaged for her today.
Bad behavior.
You look at the stance at which she walked.
The way she walked over, it was like I'm looking for trouble.
And she ready to deal with it today.
I would have wanted a different situation. I wish that Bianca was able to. I mean, of course, in that moment of weakness, I'm sure she had probably just had it and she snapped. But I just wish that she had.
Wait, hold on. No, let me take don't say that. Informer from sometimes.
I will tell you why.
I'll tell you why. Reset.
No, I'll tell you why.
Disagree
Kwara State, I think.
I think
Thank you for calling.
for that woman to get a slap.
Oh, we lost her. Sorry. So
I'll
character
tell
is like
you.
smoke.
I'll tell you why.
Character is like smoke. Violence has no gender. I don't know your name, but that's what somebody said. What so why?
No, because really, sometimes we carry on the anger of others without realizing, right? Let me read something out to you very quickly. It's a very short one. And it said that our inability to restrain our impulses leads us to situations where we are almost a prisoner of impulses. So sometimes if you do not learn to control, because trust me, the human,
come everywhere.
they will always come. I mean, I've been called all sorts of things. I got to a point where I heard something, I was called, what was it again? Retard. And what came to my mind was, sincerely, wow, this is interesting. And all I wanted to find out was why the person, as in,
You were
could have been
curious about,
formed.
yeah. Let me take Zainab from
depends on
Gombe
who.
State.
Women to be calling today.
Veina. Today, not today.
Fantastic.
Veina from Gombe State.
Go like this.
I'm telling you.
Hello.
I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
Oh, we can't
Sorry,
hear.
we have to cut the line. You guys, please
we
turn
can't
off the
hear.
volume of your television set because we can't hear you.
So-
So I get that part, you know. And
yeah.
again, the truth is, in all honesty, I'm not saying this because no man knows me. I'm not saying this because it is, you know. If I was Bianca, I would not have thrown that slap. You don't see. Let me tell you, know why I say that, because you see, when a pig, when a pig comes to you, forget that any story behind. There's nothing they've not
A
called me
pig
in
is
my
a
lifetime.
pig.
When
You
a
can't
pig
help the
comes to
pig.
you and the pig says is spoiling for a fight, right? When both of you start to fight, a passerby will not know who the pig is anymore.
They'll say
They drag you in the mud. Sometimes people need to bring you to the mud to be able to get through to you. But let me
I
take
agree
Joseph,
with
then I'll
you on
continue.
that.
Joseph, are you there? Thank you for calling.
But I think that's was.
Hi, thank you for calling.
High program today.
Thank you.
Yeah, my comment about Mrs. Bianca and Mrs. Obiano, this is about gender or no gender. You can also see a man that are
Absolutely.
like that. And men too can also
Also very-
okay. It's not about being a man or being a man.
Thank you.
Am I correct?
Thank you.
Are you
Thank
there?
you. Yeah, we're with you.
Okay, and people that knew her from outside can be that she's always like that. I don't know, I never met her. Listen, but psychologically, when you study human being, for her to have a thought, she stood up from where she sit and went to somebody and be talking and talking and talking before she received that. You know that she's very self-directed.
Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. So I get that
See,
part, right? You know,
Look,
but all
there
I'm
are
saying
times-
is,
there are times that you have to react. There is a song that says, I think it's everyone considered him the coward of the county. I think that was by, I don't know if you know him, it's a country song. Everybody considered this young man as a coward. He never fought, he never reacted. Whenever you insult him, he never said anything. But a day came, he had to react. And I think Bianca has been very quiet. She has not done anything, she has not said anything. She has not even been as
even Jesus
as
Christ had to drink
vulgar,
koboko now.
as vulgar as
Her.
I don't want to use the word vulgar, but she hasn't been as upfront or antagonistic. Yes, as the former ex-governor's wife.
Sorry, let me
But
quickly take
she
Ifoma.
has been able.
Sorry, darling. Ifoma, are you there? I don't want to lose that call. It's our final call. Are you there? Oh, we lost her again. Oh, sorry.
So she has been able to observe this lady. It's not today. This thing
So
has
you think
happened-
it was right
this
for
thing-
her to give her that brain
I
reset?
think 100%.
Okay, all right.
No,
It was.
I-
It was.
Shall we?
pattern.
Shall we
I will-
not
I will-
endorse
I will not
violence and
endorse-
slapping?
Exactly.
But
won't
I get
endorse
where
violence.
Isi is coming
understand.
from.
I understand. You have, I mean,
She
in
has
that,
been in a place
in that
where
moment
she
of
has
weakness,
been- I mean,
I can understand.
and you walk up to her
Issy.
where she was seated
Issy,
on her own.
it would take you being a reformed mind. Trust me, it's not even a journey for the faint-hearted. Let me put it that way. You might be seen as a coward, but trust me, when you go to that place, when Issy,
let's take comments quickly.
I agree with you.
Mama, let's take comment. We don't have time. Easy.
All right.
There shall be no slapping on this table today.
All right, good evening, ladies. This outgoing governor's wife is a disgrace to Nigeria politics. This has affected her husband's political career in future. Your live broadcast is fairly okay today.
Oh, praise the Lord. Ade from UK.
Thank you, Ade.
Bianca from Gombe State, are you there live? Quickly, you're live. Hello? Did we lose her? Go ahead quickly. You have a minute.
Zainab from Gombe.
Okay,
So, Zainab, Nakwana. Oh yeah, let's go.
Go ahead quickly. You have a minute. Hello? Zainab from Gombe.
Echo TV.
She's not the same. I've said this thing here and once.
I'll take the comment. It says, honestly, girls, it's a very terrible embarrassment. Yeah. I wonder how they will face their children. For me, Madam Bianca, seeing a mad woman coming close, should have quietly run off, given her late husband's status. I have never witnessed such an embarrassment. Yeah. So I think the last comment from me really is, we don't have the backstory. I know so many comments have been said about the Mrs. Obiano and all of that. So we don't have the backstory. And I think the one I saw that sort of maybe, based on what I've seen in the video, might be true is you said you were not going to ever come to an APGA event, and here you are. Because she went with that, so you're here, huh? But the truth of it is, on both sides, look, I'm not going to speak to the cantankerous side because that's the provocation. I'll still come back to, if you do find ourselves, I like the caller that said it's not a male thing, it's not a female thing, because we've seen it go wrong also with men. But the reality of it is that if you find yourself in that situation where you're being provoked or you're being pushed, it's natural. Even me, like, I have a very bad temper. I would have flown off the handle first, and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad that I just did that. Why did I do that, right? So it's just a constant, it should be at the front of your mind. It's something that, all of us need to work on.
Okay, so we have a minute to go. Let me quickly take a comment. Good evening, ladies. Bianca, an ex-beauty queen and a former ambassador, with all this profile and achievement, Obiano's wife still gets mind, slap her. No, it was Bianca that slapped her. Fair women, you ladies are doing great. This is from Mr. Idris. I think, Issy, you have a comment. Norma, you have a comment quickly. Oti, you have a comment.
Okay, my comment is, wow.
Hurry up.
Issy, welcome back. Missed you this week, especially your permit me to say this, your Oyibo. You look beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies. Violence should never have a time. Bianca should never have slapped in public.
Really? Okay, so we have run out of time. She shouldn't have slapped her? I wouldn't have slapped her, though.
I wish.
I wouldn't have slapped her.
But I can understand.
But honestly, some people need brain reset.
Life.
But there are different ways to reset brain. Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring that up in another day. Maybe you teach us how to reset brain.
They should employ me as the Polish coach.
No, you see where I was coming from. You're always, everything has to be prim and proper. Sometimes you have to do...
Before I call it Bele. It's not about prim and proper, but you can be firm without violence.
No, this person was in your face. What do you do?
What do you do? You
This
walk
is a
away.
typical, let me round this up. This is a typical case of Russia and Ukraine. That's what's happening right now.
That one is
on that note,
we gotta go.
Thank you, Issy. Thank you, Norma. Thank you. It's been a fantastic conversation. And thank you to everyone that called in and people that tried to call in. Please, the rules, just turn off the volume of your television set so there's no echo. All right, so if you missed, before we go, ensure you follow us on Instagrams at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and more importantly, follow all our engagements online. Like, share, invite your families and friends to watch and follow the conversation. Now, if you missed today's quote, here it is again. To be able to bear provocation is an argument of great reason, and to forgive it is of a great mind. So When you actually rise above provocation, you are a great person. So, Bianca, you shouldn't have slapped her, even though she provoked you, right? We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.
Adios.